everybody, I'm Charlie Smith.
And I'm Eddie Rocks, and you're watching Sweet Daddy's Monster Jam.
Right on.
This is the show where we focus on local musicians, local talent here in Savannah, Georgia. And we are exploring the Savannah scene, getting to know the musicians. You know, there's lots of musicians here in Savannah that play every week after week. They play in the local taverns and clubs and restaurants around the city, and we don't really know who these people are. And so what we're doing on this show is we're getting to know them a little bit better, find out what inspires them, what kind of music they play, really who's in the band, you know, just a little bit about them, where they're going in the music industry. And the music industry is changing a lot, Charlie. I mean, it really is. Nowadays on the radio, we listen to music that we're told to listen to by people in Los Angeles, or New York. And really, the local music scene is very important still. And there are still local talented people. And we want to bring them to you and let you know more about them, because they're really incredible people with some incredible talent. I mean, Savannah has offered us a lot of talented people, from Johnny Mercer to Camouflage, from Jared Wade to Sleepy Brown. I mean, there have been a lot of really good musicians coming out of Savannah. And today, we are meeting yet another one of those. We're meeting Christy Alan. Now, Christy Alan has been part of the Savannah scene for a long time. She was a DJ on the radio. She used to do commercials for
Riverside Toyota.
Riverside Toyota.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Yep.
That was even before I left Savannah. So she's been plugging away at the local scene for a long time. And I mean, not that long, not unless she's 90 years old or something, but she is still kicking the good tunes out, often at the beach. And that's where we met up with her, at Marlin Monroe's. A great little spot out there in the beach. If you haven't been out there, their coconut shrimp with the, what is that sauce? That pina colada sauce. Oh, yes. Really, really good. I had that last time. Delicious. But they have a nice spot right out over the beach, a nice deck out there. And I told you before, Charlie, it was like Christy Alan was in her living room. What a great experience to be there as part of that group. That's every Sunday night, so try to catch her any Sunday at the Marlin Monroe's. And so let's go ahead and magically go to, should we go to Marlin Monroe's right now?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hey everyone, I'm Charlie Smith, and sitting beside me is Christy Alan. We are live at Marlin Monroe's. Christy, how are you doing?
Pretty windblown, but yeah, I thought today this would be a neat idea though, because you've got the beach behind us. So we'll just keep doing this. Obviously, you don't have any trouble keeping the hair out of your mouth.
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay,
but the one on my chest kind of flops out every now and then, pops me in the face. So listen, girl, before we even get started, I want to tell you something. We talked earlier about it, and I mean this from my heart. First of all, Christy and I grew up together. I've known her my whole life. And
at the skating rink.
At the skating rink, and we had a gap that, I didn't see her too much and everything. But I kept following you all through the years, and I just want to tell you, I'm so proud of the lady you've turned out to be and the things that you have done, and it's just a blessing to be here with you today.
Thank
First
you
and
so
foremost,
much.
you are welcome, my homegirl.
Wow, yeah,
yes.
Thank you, Charlie.
So, Christy, tell us a little bit about when you started getting into music.
Let's see, way back, elementary school style, or, I think the first instrument I ever played was a violin. Right, in fourth grade, and had a blast doing it. But music's really been in my home all my life. My parents were both singers at the church, and they always had a trio or a duo going, so music was always involved. But when I decided to start singing, I met a guy named David Duckworth. David, that him and his wife play at Ruth's Chris a lot,
okay.
And they play with Kim Pelote a lot too. Okay, that's David Duckworth. We had a little duo together. Remember the Long Branch Saloon on River Street?
Oh, yes, I sure do.
The original Long Branch Saloon on River Street. That's where me and him had this gig. So the itch started from there. And along the way, I by chance met Roy Swindell,
yes.
who is the current Christy Alan band. Roy and Martha had just come off the road. They had been in that 80s and early 90s scene of all the hotels and a tour, like a Southeast tour.
Yeah.
Remember, all the hotels used to have lounges,
yeah.
And they had regular bands come through. Well, as that was kind of winding down, Roy and Martha wanted to come back home. And boom, there was my opportunity. You know, they say, God opens doors. You don't even know they're opening when they do.
Right on.
And that's we realized about, I want to say only 20 years ago, but we think it may have been more, that we've been together, and we're still together and making music. So
that's phenomenal. You know, Roy's a legend in this town. He's helped a lot of people. Matter of fact, everybody I interview has spoken really highly of Roy.
He's a great guy. He is a giving guy, and an incredible talent. Master of all instruments. I mean, just really, really good guy.
Yeah,
and his wife is the lucky one. Wink, wink. No, he's the lucky one to have her. So.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of weird. I can't wait to see her. Martha used to babysit me when I was a kid.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh
my mother was the piano player with Kenny Palmer for Johnny Mercer.
Wow.
And her mother and father, Randy and Betty Peltier, sang with my mother in the Savannah Madrigals. So I grew up around them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, like, where do you guys play at a lot?
Well, we were raised on Fanny's on the Beach, is kind of how it went. Our first gig was actually at a place that was called Sam Fink's. That's not there anymore. I think Miller Mushroom is there now.
Right, I remember that actually.
Yeah, and Jenny Orr was just getting Fanny's underway, and somebody said, you got to go hear this band. And first she dissed us, y'all. She dissed us at first and didn't hire us, and then they kept saying, well, maybe you should try that Christy Alan band, you know? And the next thing you know, we were in there all the time. We were the New Year's band. And as when she built the deck and built a stage up there, we just kind of took it as our own. I mean, we just, that's what we were raised on Fanny's. I mean, that's how the Christy Alan band really took off, and went through different changes and things like that, but we separated for a little while too, had some growth spurts, we'll call it.
Oh yeah.
And then in the recent 3 years have been back together, and it's been like we never left. And in fact, it's been even more incredible than I could have ever imagined. Really.
That's so awesome. Like, what kind of music do you guys play together?
We've always been a cover band. And we just really play what feels right.
Right.
But what we play is to the audience. Probably because of the Fanny's influence, you know, we're used to a lot of tourists, but then in the off season, you know, we also play to a lot of locals, but we try to hit on every genre and every era so that everybody in the audience will get a feeling or an emotion from something we do during that night, you know. At least be able to sing along to one song, hopefully all of them, you know.
Looks like you'll
that's
have
really what
so
we drive
much
for.
fun.
Yeah, we just drive for the emotional experience of the audience, because honestly, between me and Roy and Martha, we love pretty much every song we do. You know, even when we added, we try to do like a lot of current songs too, because we can tear up the 70s. I mean, you know, we're from that era.
Right on.
But like we do Taylor Swift, Shake It Off, and watching Roy over there, you know, bebop to it, but we have so much fun with it, and the crowd goes crazy. You know, they're just, everybody gets up out of their seat and starts dancing as soon as they hear that beat, you know. So that's what makes it so fun, is even seeing an old rock and roller like him, Uptown Funk. Roy loves playing that the funky guitar riffs, you know, on Uptown Funk and stuff like that, and it's just it's a magical blend.
That's
it's really
awesome.
a blessing. Yeah.
Talking about emotional moment, I'm getting emotional.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Well, you know,
Can I get a tissue, please?
You're an artist, though. You know,
yeah,
and
I know,
you
but
know
it's
that
so,
feeling.
Yeah, but watching people that you grew up with, watching them, you know, do the things they do in life, and it's just amazing, man. I never thought that you were into music, you know, and about probably 6 months ago was when I first heard that you've been playing with Roy and Marty. So
yeah. Well, for a long time we were really a Tybee band. We were like voted Tybee's best band forever, you know.
Awesome.
Things like that. And then in the recent years, we've branched out more, and thanks to Bucky Bryant, Bucky and Barry.
Bucky and Barry, right on.
Bucky started booking us at City Market, and that has opened up a wonderful new world of fans, and that's probably one of the funner places to play outside of, say, being able to play at Fanny's and on Tybee, and loving that so much. So,
Cool. And to have such a loyal crowd, from what I hear. Everybody I talk to says that you have a lot of people will keep coming and repeating, and that is so awesome.
The scary thing is that we've been around so long that the parents then, their kids have now become fans, and what I'm worried with is now those kids are having kids that are coming and saying, oh, I saw you when I was 10, and now they're 20 something. So
So heard you had another band with Butch Brady. Tell me a little bit about that.
yeah, that's been such an adventure. He and I have always been fans of each other. And at one time I sat in a little bit with the MS3 and sang some songs, and that's how I got to know him a little bit, but had a bright idea to learn to play the guitar. So I finally sat down, I said, I'm gonna learn how to play this thing. I had an idea of just having a small percussionist to go along. I felt like it didn't need much, and a lot of times in the slower seasons of the year, slower times, you can book a small duo. Butch Brady came to mind, so I texted him about this idea. I said, it's not a full drum set, it's just kind of a small percussion thing. And he says, you gotta call me. He goes, I had this vision, and I've already picked out the suitcase. It's a leather suitcase, and it's my bass drum, and I have a kick on it. And then I just use a small snare. He's got an old Gretsch that looks beat up and, kind of troubadour looking. Yeah. Okay. And so he attaches like a small, like, what do you call them, hi-hat, just a small one of those to the drum, has some, what do you call the sticks that are brushes?
Light playing.
Light play, yeah, so that it's not overpowering to a room or anything like that. Anyway, we're like, no way, dude, yeah, I can't believe you thought of that, And so we started playing together, and it was an instant hit.
Awesome.
And then, lucky enough, I said, I called my friend Jenny, I said, hey, can we come up to Fanny's and just mess around? We want to see what this sounds like live. And we played one Thursday night, and it was a hit from the get-go. And so, now we're booking around town, and it's like I'm living this dream that I never knew could happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like someone even said to me like 3 years ago, I was like, God, I wish I could just play music almost full time. And they're like, well, why can't you? I was like, okay.
For the people to be able to find out where you're playing and where your shows are, can they go to any website or Facebook or anything to find that out? Or?
Thank God for the gift of Facebook. That has changed the way bands can get the word out. We do have the 2 Facebook pages. We've got the Christy Alan Band, which is you got to put the THE and the Christy Alan and the BAND to get to it, but you can get there. And then Christy Ann, the little Ann sign Butch. And we try to keep them updated. The Christy Alan Band has a website, and I think Roy Swindell keeps that up. I hope so, because I never go check it. But,
do your job, Roy.
Yeah. Tell him. Yeah.
Okay. So, Eddie and I went to the Tybee Post Theater last night, and I was kind of amazed. I didn't realize how much talent we have in this town.
Savannah songwriters, right?
Yes.
Guess who is an instrumental part of that?
Who's that?
Roy Swindell. There we go again. You got to have him.
Go figure that.
You got to have him on the show.
I would love to have him. Absolutely.
And he is funny. He's very dry sense of humor, but he'll put on a good show. But who was there last night? Josh?
Last night we saw Josh Johansson from American Idol. He graduated from Armstrong.
I love Josh. Yeah.
Sarah Poole, I think it was, and a guy from Alabama named Abe Partridge, and a local female artist named Sarah Tollerson.
There's such a wealth of talent in Savannah. I mean, when you say the word Josh to me, I love that guy. I've seen him grow so quickly too, and even before he went to American Idol, he already had such a connection with his audience and things like that.
Yeah.
And just to see him grow. But you and I have talked before about the talent in Savannah and what you want to do. You want to bring it in front of people.
That's right.
Because I saw that you're going to be interviewing Ginger Fawcett from Liquid Ginger.
Yeah, actually this Thursday night we're interviewing Ginger.
I mean, Savannah is so lucky to have people like Ginger, people that it's just in their heart. you know, and that's what you'll see in Josh. Thomas Claxton, you know, they have such a thrill and a drive for what they do. And there's so many more. I mean, I can't even, Big E from Voodoo Soup, you know, what's Nickel Bag of Funk, you know.
Yeah, I want to hear them guys.
Oh, wow, yeah, they'll just floor you. They will just floor you. Leslie Adele, oh yeah, just, just we're so lucky to have this. So I'm loving what you guys are doing, where people that may not have had a chance to see so much of what is available in Savannah, you know, that they'll venture out and check out some different artists and things like that.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, darling, listen, we appreciate you being on the show.
I was glad to.
And we love you, and I cannot wait to be at a live show, so I'm going to catch the show too. And guys, please come out and see Christy Alan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Charlie. Awesome.
All right, another great interview. Once again, Charlie, you get better and better every time.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes, and we enjoyed that. I did not realize that you knew Christy Alan quite that well.
Oh yeah, man. Christy and I go back since we were little children, man. We used to skate together, and that's my home slice, man. I love that chick. She's super cool, man.
Awesome.
Right on.
You skated together?
Yeah.
Cool. Is she good? Is she good?
That girl can get slapped down.
Okay, all right, because Charlie
sir.
could really skate. If you don't know that about Charlie, he could really do the shuffle skate and all that. And, back when there were 3 skating rinks in Savannah, he skated all the time and was really good at it. I was not. But I digress.
We would throw a hip out now.
Yeah, we would throw a hip out now. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So it was great meeting Christy Alan and learning about some other musicians. Of course, she told us about Butch Brady.
Yeah, excellent drummer here in Savannah, Georgia. Good fellow, awesome guy. Works at Ben Portman's. I like Butch a lot, man.
Cool.
Butch
Well,
is cool.
I look forward to meeting him. And of course, the Roy Swindell. I don't know. The magnificent Roy. I guess we're going to have him on real soon. Roy, we're coming for you. We're coming for Roy Swindell.
Yes, sir.
We'd love to interview you, so please come on the show and share some stories about the Savannah music scene. And with that, I guess we can wrap this up. Check us out if you're seeing this on some place other than Facebook. We do have a Facebook page. We'd like to like the page, Sweet Daddy's Monster Jam at Sweet Rocks. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Eddie Rocks channel. The Eddie Rocks channel is there if you'd like to be part of the Sweet Daddy's Monster Jam family.
Right on.
All right, so please subscribe. And we will look for you next week. We post the show at 12 noon on Fridays. So until then, we will be going out there, getting some musicians interviewed, and next week we will kick the bobo.